You wake up already behind. Before you even sit up, you check your phone. 3 unread emails, 2 missed messages, a calendar notification reminding you about something you were supposed to prepare for yesterday. You open your task manager. It's organized, color-coded, categorized, prioritized. You have goals, you have systems, you have productivity apps. So why does your chest still feel tight? Why does your brain already feel tired before the day even begins? And why, despite being organized, do you still end most days feeling like you didn't really move forward? This isn't laziness. It isn't lack of ambition. And it's definitely not because you need a better planner. The real reason you're organized but still overwhelmed is deeper. And almost nobody is talking about it. You don't have a time management problem. You have a cognitive load addiction. There's something happening quietly in your brain every single day. It doesn't look dramatic. It actually looks productive. But it's draining you. Modern productivity culture taught you to track everything. Track habits, track workouts, track calories, track sleep, track learning, track income, track progress. And every tracker feels responsible, disciplined, mature. But here's what nobody tells you. Tracking everything means thinking about everything. And thinking about everything means your brain never rests. Your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for planning, effort, inhibition, decision-making, stays constantly active. Not because you're doing hard things, but because you are managing too many open loops. Open loops are unfinished mental commitments. Reply to that email. Start that project. Improve that habit. Research that idea. Fix that weakness. Become better. Each one occupies cognitive space, even if you don't act on it. And your brain does not distinguish between physically doing the task and mentally holding the task. Both consume energy. That's why you can sit at your desk for hours and feel exhausted, even if you didn't complete anything significant. Your mind was juggling invisible weight. Now here's where it gets more interesting. Organization tools give you the illusion of control, but they also multiply awareness. The more organized you become, the more clearly you see everything unfinished. You see all the areas of life that need improvement. You see your potential. You see your gaps. You see the distance between who you are and who you could be. And that awareness is psychologically heavy. Most people think overwhelm comes from doing too much. In reality, it often comes from perceiving too much. You are aware of too many responsibilities at once. Your brain was not designed for this level of constant meta-awareness. For most of human history, focus was narrow. Survive. Find food. Stay safe. Now your responsibilities are abstract and layered. Career trajectory. Financial planning, fitness optimization, social image, emotional growth, long-term positioning, digital presence, all active simultaneously. Your nervous system treats each one as relevant. So even when you're sitting still, your brain runs background simulations, and that creates mental fatigue. But there's another layer, and this one is uncomfortable. You may not actually want to finish your tasks, not because you're lazy, but because unfinished tasks protect your identity. If you don't fully try, you never fully fail. If you keep planning, researching, optimizing, you stay in the safe zone of potential. Completion is dangerous. Completion exposes reality. Maybe the result won't match your imagination. Maybe your effort won't produce the outcome you expect. Maybe you're not as exceptional as you hoped. So your brain keeps you in preparation mode. You reorganize, you refine, you replan. It feels productive, but it's avoidance wrapped in discipline. This is why some of the most organized people are secretly the most stuck. They're excellent at designing systems, but emotionally resistant to execution. There's something else almost no productivity video mentions. Decision fatigue isn't just about making too many choices. It's about evaluating yourself too often. Every time you review your task list, you are judging your progress. Every time you open your goals document, you compare current you to ideal you. That constant micro self-evaluation creates subtle pressure. Pressure creates stress. Stress reduces cognitive flexibility, and reduced cognitive flexibility makes starting harder. So you procrastinate. Then you feel guilty. Then you reorganize your system. And the loop continues. Organized, but overwhelmed. Structured, but stagnant. Over time, this erodes self-trust. You stop believing your plans because you've rewritten them too many times. You stop believing deadlines because you've extended them too often. You stop believing motivation because it constantly shifts. And once self-trust drops, everything feels heavier, even small tasks. So what's the real solution? Not another planner, not another habit stack, not waking up at 5 a.m. The solution is reducing cognitive surface area. You need fewer active mental commitments, not better ones. Fewer. Your brain performs best when it has one dominant direction, not 12 parallel optimization projects competing for attention. That means stopping tracking habits that are already stable. Stability does not need attention. Attention creates pressure. It means choosing one main focus per season, not per week. 3 months. One direction. Everything else becomes maintenance mode. This removes internal competition between goals. It means closing loops aggressively. If something has been sitting on your list for more than 30 days, make a decision. Do it. Schedule it. Or delete it permanently. Open loops are mental parasites. It means separating planning days from execution days. Planning activates evaluation mode. Execution requires immersion. When you combine them, you dilute both. It also means limiting visible goals. You do not need constant visual reminders of everything you want to improve. Your brain already remembers. Let it focus. And most importantly, redefine productivity. Productivity is not managing complexity. It is reducing unnecessary complexity. The most effective people aren't those who handle the most. They're those who eliminate the most. Calm focus feels boring. If your productivity system feels intense, stimulating, slightly stressful, it's probably feeding your addiction to urgency. Sustainable performance feels quiet, simple. One task, one direction, one decision at a time. You don't feel overwhelmed because you lack discipline. You feel overwhelmed because your brain is overloaded with self-awareness and unfinished commitments. Modern life rewards visible ambition, but mental strength is invisible subtraction. It's the ability to say, not now, not this season, not necessary. You don't need more structure. You need fewer internal negotiations, fewer identity upgrades running simultaneously, fewer imagined futures competing for attention. When you reduce cognitive noise, action becomes lighter. You start before you feel ready. You finish before you feel perfect. And slowly, self-trust rebuilds. You begin to believe your own decisions again. And once you trust yourself, you don't need constant re-evaluation. You just move. And moving, even imperfectly, creates clarity faster than thinking ever will. So if you're organized, but still overwhelmed, stop adding systems. Start subtracting commitments. Your brain doesn't need more optimization. It needs breathing room. And when you finally give it that, you'll realize something surprising. You were never incapable. You were just carrying too much invisible weight. Drop it and move. If this shifted your perspective, stay with the grounded mind. Real mental strength isn't about doing more. It's about mastering what you allow into your mind. And most people never learn that. Now you have.